So here's me again. The officers are working overtime. They're appreciated, like so. Not too many people know exactly the work that they do. All this hard work, and you ask yourself some of these days. It's like how do these officers have the strength to go ahead and do this kind of work? And I always wondered about that for the past 25 years that I tried to get into the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the military, and Air Force. I've tried countless times, want to be in the service so badly. I still do. I still want to be in the Army. I'll do anything. If I got this money, basically, that's going to me, I hope. I can go ahead and buy my way into the Army and join the Army and hire some trainers from the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the military, and Air Force so I can become a soldier. Just for the hell of it. I've always wanted to work for the rest of my life. No sleep, no eat. Just work. I'm begging them, do I want to join? I've been begging them, I want to join so badly. I got Five Finger Death Punch. I made a video of it. It's like, I'm like, why did you guys come up with this video for a guy that begs after death or comes back from Iraq and wants to join or begs to join and all sort of stuff? And, I've always wanted to be a soldier for the last 25 years, and now it's not quite close to 26 years yet. So there's that, so as the days go on, I still want to join so badly. And then they say, oh, you had to have your high school diploma. I'm like, are you shitting me? Are you freaking kidding me? I had to have my high school diploma in order for me to be a soldier, just to join the service. And I'm like, what the oh, man. Jeez, you could have told me that sooner. You could have told me when I was 18 years old and wanted to join the service. And then I got these guys that call from the base, from the Navy, the Navy and the Army. One time the Navy. And I'm like, come on, give me a break here. I want to join. That's me, It's like, I want to join so badly. I want to be a UFC fighter, I don't know how I'm supposed to get $200 when I'm broke and I have no money, so. That's the same as me saying that I want to be in the UFC and I want my money. I want money. I wish I had money. It's not easy taking care of a sick grandmother or a sick mom. I kind of call her grandmother as well because she's she's being both. And she has brain damage and she doesn't remember well. I have to take good care of her, and I've been praying to God, all the time, just to give me a break. Take care of my mom. Meanwhile, I'm going to be out on the streets on Social Security. We're going to be out on the streets without a home. Or, live in a place that basically isn't. But, it's nothing. It's better than nothing. It's better than being in the freezing cold like all the other homeless people in America. And it's like trying to take care of your mother is really hard. She's basically she's my home caregiver, and she's taking care of me, and it's really hard. She's worked ever since she was born. So I was saying for about 73 years she's been working. Ever since she was a teenager, from 28, she's been working all of her life, ever since she was in her 20s. She worked at the age of 16 years old, maybe 17 years old, and now she's 73 years old, and she won't accept it, so she's a really old woman. I want to take really good care of her. I worry about her all the time. This is like, Dr. Phil, hey, maybe Dr. Phil can help me out. to step my mom out of it. That she's 73 years old and that her son's getting older. Maybe Dr. Phil can help me out. That'd be great. Or maybe the other Jay Springer or what's his name that is their talk show host that talks about stuff. So it's like, I wish I could get my mom to snap out of it that she's 73 years old and she's good for retirement right now. And I can't get her to retire because she still thinks that she's young and that she's a lot younger and all that stuff. And I can't snap her out of it. I can't tell her that, I tried telling her before, like, Mom, you're 73 years old, or what about if you were 73 years old, Mom? What would you do? So, there's that, of course. And it's really hard trying to take care of my mom, it's really hard to take care of her. I have no money, I have no job, I've worked at Walmart twice. I've worked at Walmart twice. My mom had cancer twice. Two more times, basically. And I got fired from Walmart because Mom had cancer. And I had to be with her every day and every night. While she came home from cancer. Or came from home from having cancer. And now, I'm getting pretty close where I could get kicked out because of my mistakes that I made. Yeah, I made mistakes in my life. It's just like I'm trying to go to church. I'm trying to go to church, be baptized or something, and I want to do this so badly, I want to be in the service still. And if any other soldier person, any officer wants to give me a pick me up and take me over to the base and work me half to death, that'd be great. That'd be a blessing in disguise. I'm trying to lose weight still to this very day, so that I can lift myself up and, work out and all sort of stuff. I want to work out. I want to join the service. I want to be a computer technician. I want to go back to school. I want to go to college. I want to go back to school to get my graduation. I want to go to get into a great league, or what do you call that, word, when you might get to a great college, scholarship, all that kind of stuff. I really want to do all that stuff. I want to be a camera technician. I want to make my own video games, for Pete's sakes. I want to be able to make my own video games so I can take care of my mom. Again, I want to join the service. I want to take care of my mom. I want to get a job. I want to take care of my mom. Mom's done so much for me for the past 42 years of my life, ever since birth. And no, I can't do that. I can't give my mom what she wants. I can't give my mom the life that she deserves. And my father walked out on my mom or divorced my mom. And he didn't even bother to tell me or know that I'm alive. Gary G. Morrill doesn't even know that I'm alive. And all this other stuff that's going on. Some more. What else is there to say? It's kind of freezing cold out here outside today, besides the fact. And my hands are freezing here. And I have to take care of my mom, and what is there more than taking care of my mom that gave you life? And it's really hard. It's really hard without a career and without a job. I'm begging the officers to give me a job. Give me a job. I'll even work a desk job if I have to. It's well worth it. At least I get paid. And all this other stuff. I'll probably end up organizing the whole entire office from one office. So organized in alphabetical order that they'd be so impressed. The guys, you got all this other work to do and all these cases to solve. I work myself more of these cases for you to get this is easy. It's piece of cake to me, basically. Solving questions, answers. It's like being like a monk or something like that. It's like, I have this kind of weird feeling, and it's like, so knowing that there's a case going on, or knowing when you step into a building, there's blood everywhere, and, it's inside the bricks, and trying to find the clues, and it's really a lot of fun. It's an investigation. It's like I can visualize so many different faces, and trying to figure out what kind of guy is probably perhaps in Spokane drinking a Coors Light, or another person in downtown Seattle is drinking Mountain Dew or something like that. He's right next to the train station or something, underneath the bridge. I can figure out a lot of energy. I can figure out a lot of this stuff. I got the energy to do it. Or fully awake, or get enough sleep, or get the adrenaline going here. If I get the adrenaline going, I can do all this other stuff. I can figure out things. I can figure out computer programs, software. I know a lot of things about software, integrated servers, and the World Wide Net. I know how to do stuff. I know what to build. I know how to build it. I just don't have the complete set in my brain where I can put the things together to, I know I invented a battery-powered vehicle, for Pete's sake, a computer car, where it's a laptop, you're driving a laptop, and I know how to fix those. Those are easy to fix. And I would say to a lot of people, get battery-powered vehicles, get the Teslas, buy more of those for the future, because our kids will be sucking on gasoline and toxic fumes from cars and old cars and newer cars and all these other cars all over Washington State and all over the world. I would say invest with Teslas, invest with electric cars, go for them. I would drive one 100% every day and every night. Please invest with the Teslas, drive the cars, drive electric cars, create a new future for our kids. That's all I can say. Bye for now.